Hi friends, it's Maria Palomino. How are you? I'm playing with a new feature here. Um, we're gonna tune in to great sacred space. That's the first thing. Always tune in, tune in. Take a deep breath and exhale twice through your mouth. Releasing all that stale that no longer serves us. Take another deep breath. And exhale through your mouth. Take another deep breath. And exhale through your mouth. Good job. And just sit there with your eyes closed, looking at your gaze, at your third eye. We have two eyes that we see out with, and we have one big luminous eyes that we see within. And think about what's the intention, what is it that we're manifesting, that we're bringing to life. Check in with yourself. How have your thoughts been? What are you questioning? How can you just be more receptive and receive? Beautiful. My name is Maria Palomino, and today I want to talk about how to get to the path of freedom through embracing the divine femininity that exists within all of us, whether you're female or male, it doesn't matter. We all have that female aspect inside of us. So that is what we're going to be talking about. And I'm going to make it active. So let's start by doing Sufi Grind. I'm trying to see if you can see me. You're just laying down, not laying down, you're sitting down, and all you're doing is putting your hands on your knees and you are making baby circles. You're making baby circles, so you're really twisting that torso at the bottom, which is a root chakra. And as you're making those circles, just think about the intention for today and what is it that you're looking to accomplish, or what brought you to this class today, to this workshop. So while you're doing your Sufi Grind, I'm going to talk about the divine femininity and why it's so important, especially right now during the time of chaos, I would say, or people being very, very reactive, and also looking into what happened with COVID, and people are getting very frustrated, and they don't know what direction to go to, who to listen to, and the answer is always to go within, to go in the middle. That's where all the answers lies, because we are the universe. We are all the stars made up in our beautiful body that we are here to experience and to honor this body. So a little bit about that divine femininity and why it's so crucial and why it's so important nowadays. The history with the divine femininity, it's women haven't been able to voice and really be in actions and be in positions of leadership for hundreds and hundreds of years. So there's been a bit of, not a bit, but there's been a repression around that. And because of that, it's not just women that have lost their voice and that are missing out or don't know who they are, and they're going back to that divine femininity and taking back their power, but it also has influx, and it's really taking a toll on our men, on our gods. We are goddesses and they are gods, because we haven't been able to really nurture them the way that they're supposed to be nurtured, knowing that everything's okay, that they're being supportive. And not only that, women have demasculated men as well. So it's just very common that as soon as something that is uncomfortable happens, we swing to the other side so quickly. And remember, there's a direct opposition to whatever side you swing. And because of that, we have lost and we don't know how to get to the middle. And that's okay. It's just part of the process. I think many times we react, we realize we went a little too far from the extreme, and then we come back to the middle, which is where we're heading right now. There's been a lot of reaction. It's always coming back because everyone is right. No one's right. No one's wrong. There is no right or wrong in this world. One thing that we have to remember is that we live in a world of polarities. And in this world of dualism, of men and women, night and day, and just a world where there's always cycles. We're born, we live a life, we experience, we learn, and then we die. So everything is always in motion, everything is always in creation. So that's the first thing we need to remember, and that's okay. So just being able to accept that we live in a world of polarities, and to not react, so we can really come to the middle. So it's time to go in. So what I want to do to connect to the divine femininity, is the nurturing side, it's the mothering side of us, is we're going to close our right nostril, and we're going to breathe in and out through our left nostril. And why that is so important is because it allows our brain and our body to cool down. So for example, if you're having racy thoughts and just have a lot of energy and you need to go to sleep, you can do this exercise to cool down and really be able to tap into your parasympathetic system, which is that calming side, that nervous system that allows you to just release happy endorphins and just relax. So go ahead and close the right nostril, and we're going to take deep breaths. Take a deep breath with your left nostril. You can do this with your eyes open, with your eyes closed. At the beginning, we always suggest when we start meditation or anything, if you're a novice, to start with your eyes closed, just for you to concentrate. But in reality, you can do this with your eyes open, because once you get to a place where you're able to focus, you can even do it with your eyes open. The whole purpose is to be able to maintain that balance regarding of what's going on within you, around you, sorry. So that's the whole point. So let's start by closing your right nostril, and you're gonna breathe in and out through your left nostril. So take a deep breath, and I want you to hold at the top for at least 4 to 5 seconds, and then just naturally release. Take another deep breath. Hold for 4 seconds up the top, and naturally release. Good job. Take another deep breath. Release. And you're just breathing in and out through your nose. One more time. Release. Take another deep breath. Release. And bring your hand down to your knees and just be and observe. I notice how that quick minute and a half breathing exercise through just your left nostril has calmed you down and cooled you. Just automatically, you're starting to train your body to build new neural paths and your neural pathways on your brain, so you're able to calm down and come to this place of peaceness, which is it's just beautiful. So I want to talk about the nervous system before I jumped into the freedom in 6 weeks. What's very important for me is to first have an education of what are the laws of the universe, and also our laws of our bodies before we dive deep. And the nervous system, what I want to point out is that for many years, we lived out in nature and we were hunters and gatherers, and we have more of a reptilian brain, which is that brain that if fear came our way, such as a lion or a big animal, you respond with the fight or flight, which you've heard, fight, flight, or freeze. You do one of those 3 actions. So it's very reactionary because we've always been around danger as well. And we need to be able to, because that's part of our DNA, we are completely creating new neural pathways and being able to reprogram our brain to the subconscious, unconscious level, so we don't react right away. So that's why with Kundalini yoga, with breath work, with meditation, what we're doing is we're working with the parasympathetic system to be able to train ourselves to be able to be more receptive, and instead of react, to respond, meaning we really go in first, take that time, really see the love in everyone, and see if we are standing in one or the other opposing sides, instead of being in the middle. And sometimes it's hard to see because we're learning every single day, and that's okay. That's just part of your spiritual journey, so it's okay. So that's what we're doing. We're training our brain to be able to calm down. So in this 6-week program, we're going to be doing different meditations, different yoga exercises, and it's great for beginners because it's more about being able to hold certain positions and introducing you to mantras. There's going to be dance, of course, because during dance, God, so much happens. You just let go, and your body's moving to let go of emotion. So dance is another way of also being able to activate that parasympathetic, that nervous system that's calming. And the other one that I didn't bring up is also sound. So you've heard about sound therapy. Sound baths have become very popular. We're going to be integrating everything. And the purpose of that, especially if you're a novice, is that you might find that there's something new or something that you are going to be geared towards more. Like for me, and I know, and everyone is such a unique soul. For me, I love dancing, and I know that when I'm dancing, I manifest. Things are already happening, things are already in motion, and it's the best thing ever. So you can find what works for you best. I have one of my friends, and although he was a monk at the Self-Realization Fellowship with Yogananda, for him it's breath work. He loves breath work. To him, that's how he can connect with spirit and just let go and trains himself. So find whatever is best for you, because they're going to say this is the best practice. So for everyone, it's a little bit different. Just make sure it triggers the parasympathetic system. I mean, even going to the opera and beautiful domes are places where they have great the sounds are just bouncing back. It does miracles. That's how I discovered sound therapy when I went to the LA Philharmonic at the Walt Disney Music Hall here in Los Angeles. So just think about that. So let me start by introducing the 6 different topics during the 6 weeks to freedom course. The first one is breaking free from limiting beliefs, because we need to find out if we have negative any limiting beliefs. So we'll go into that. The second module is paradigm shift awareness, and that is key, because it's hard to find something that you're not aware of if you don't even know what you're looking for. So that's key. And then the third one is really the magic that happens once you accept where you're standing in the current moment. What is your current state? So we do some exercises, because sometimes we think we're somewhere else. So we bring you to a great starting point, and we have to accept it to be able to grow. And then the fourth module is rewriting the life of our dreams. We have to go in first and find what our true deepest desires are to be able to really bounce back and write a life that you couldn't even imagine what's going to come to you. And that's why with me, I always have the mantras: today is the best day ever. Everything's happening for me, and every single day I'm so grateful. There are always miracles, there are always lessons. And then the 5th module, we talk about everyday empowerment actions, basically talking about how is it that we're building a daily habit. And this is actually a 6-week program, so this would be the 5th week. So I am going to be introducing every single day different types of new habits that you can start introducing to your life. So on the 5th week, we're really going to bring up more and see what's working for you, what could be tailored, and giving you some beautiful hacks on how to enter more deeply. And the last week is discovering your soulmate and how to attract someone that is, with your same vibrational level. Because remember, you don't get what you want, you receive whatever level it is that you're vibrating. And everything is good, because every person that comes to you, it's a reflection of you, of where you are. And we're going to go into that and how that soulmate comes in to be able to help us out. There's a surprise in there, actually. So I'm going to give you some snippets about the first week, which is breaking free from limiting beliefs. So let me start by sharing to you my limiting belief. I thought that I would never be able to break away from corporate, where I have a secure job, great 401k, good health insurance. Everything was just set up, right? It's the matrix. And there was always something inside of me that wanted to be, or kind of like become a yoga teacher. But when I was in it, I didn't see myself doing it even part-time. And I know that to become a teacher, it was like a full commitment of a week or 2 weeks, and it just seemed impossible to me. Like there was no way I could ever do that. And there was something inside of me that also looked down upon it, because I was so trained to think that what I'm doing is the best thing ever, because either it's financially, power, and because of the people that I'm around with, right? It's almost like it's a hobby. It's kids play, it's something that you do on the side, which is not true anymore. It is, this is my mission, this is my service. I've left the corporate world, and making that decision wasn't easy, but I also feel that I was called to do. There was just this deep calling to be on this path. So if you have an inclination, or there's this deep desire, just keep playing with it. And if you're ready to make that commitment, or you can set yourself up to do that too, and we can talk about that as well. More than happy to. Some of the very common limited beliefs, and I want you to write down and really think about if any of this resonates. And not only do you write them down, but also start thinking, when did this begin? Try to go back as far as possible. Some of them are, I'm too old to start a new job, for example, or I'm too old, God, to go skateboarding. I love to skateboard, and I had friends saying, oh wow, you're 30 and you're skateboarding. Yes. So who cares what people think, right? I'm not smart enough. Some people, there are a lot of people that are very accessible, and they're not necessarily the best or the smartest, but what they do have is a lot of discipline, and they're diligent. They're always working towards forward towards their goal. Think about a baby. They're reluctant when they want something, aren't they? Say they want their little ball, their basketball, their soccer ball, their football. They'll ask you, you don't pay attention, they'll ask the next person, no one's paying attention, they'll start crying until they get what they want, right? And sometimes what we do as adults is we start creating barriers for them. We tell them, no, you can't do this, no, you can't do that, please stop. So that's where the limitations start coming in. But the whole point is to coming back and starting to be a child again. The other one is, I'm not dedicated enough, I'm afraid to fail. Well, let me tell you, and I'm sure you've heard this by now, a lot of the millionaires, billionaires, a lot of the successful entrepreneurs, they've failed many times. And it's all about how you see it. Because for them, a lot of them, it's not, oh my God, I failed, I'm depressed now. So it's part of the learning process for them. It's part of moving forward. So think about that. I've already tried everything, right? How many of us feel that, especially in love? I've already done this, I've already done that, I'm done, I'm sick and tired. And sometimes that's exactly when you need to push a little bit more, or really re-strategize. One of Albert Einstein's beautiful quotes that gets repeated over and over again, which I love, is, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And I have to say, sometimes we don't see how we're doing the same thing, and I know I've experienced that. But guess what? Especially with boyfriends, even though the faces change, there was a pattern in how this man were behaving towards the relationship and towards me, especially when we got into conflict. So that's beautiful. It's just really looking into that. And one that it's hard to admit for some people, I know it was for me, is that people feel that I don't deserve it. I always thought that I deserved everything, and as I've gotten more deep into my practice, all of a sudden during meditation, this feeling of I'm not worth it, I'm not good enough brewed, and I just couldn't believe it. It was so hard to be able to accept the fact that there was something inside of me that didn't feel worth it. So I want you to think about, what are some limiting beliefs that you have, and when did it start? Great. Okay. So what limiting stories are you telling yourself? Let me give you a snippet now, moving to the second topic of the 6-week program course. It's called the Paradigm Shift Awareness. What you're really you can't find something that you don't know what it is that you're looking for. It's very easy to miss something that you're not looking for. All right. Have you noticed that as soon as you have decided in your head that you're going to find a certain job, or you're going to start for a certain type of boyfriend, for example, or husband, or you're going to start meeting a certain type of women, that all of a sudden all those opportunities start coming to you because you've decided, and you already created that. But sometimes you want to be able to find and look for spirituality, or become more wise. That we all need guidance, to be able to awaken that inner healer that's within us, because all the answers are within us. We just need a little bit of guidance. And what's very important is when people are sharing their stories, and if we're really listening and we're prepping ourselves, and we're raising our vibration through all the different practices, there's going to be something that triggers inside of you that remembers. So it's really triggering and remembering, seeing that reflection of how you are that person, or you've experienced something similar, and either how you're holding back and how is it that you can move forward. So think about that. The paradigm shift awareness is really looking into our unconscious and our subconscious. What is it that we're not telling, that we can't see? It's those blind spots that we have. And for me, my big paradigm shift is that I felt like I had to do everything, and that I have to be in control in order for things to happen and move forward. And that was a big blind spot. I always thought that I have to be in the go, 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 in order to be able to relax and go to vacation and have a good life. And that is the biggest lie you can tell yourself ever. And it's really about balancing that feminine and that masculine energy. The feminine energy is receptive, and it just is able to receive and be with the flow. We live in a masculine world where if we're not generating revenue, if we're not taking action, it's been ingrained in our little brain that you're not being productive, that you don't deserve taking a vacation. Italians are amazing because they're the opposite. They really know how to just enjoy life and be in that pleasure, that eternal pleasure. In reality, we don't need much. There's very little that we need. It's just that we've created this very, very complicated life for ourselves, and now we're learning how to navigate it. And being in the matrix, it's every day with the commercials and the media, and we feel that we need to be in style and buy certain clothes, that we need to have like the best decorations or whatever's up to date with furniture. There's so many things that we feel that we need, and that we need to especially give our kids and our children and the future generation. And the whole idea of Santa Claus and Christmas, where what we really need and what we're here to learn is to learn how to love one another. So being more nurturing, being more motherly, being able to sit with the uncomfortable. That's huge. So I'm going to go more into the 6-week course, into the paradigm shift awareness, especially how to look at your nucleus soul family, the people that you decided to incarnate within this lifetime. Your mother, your father, your brothers and sisters, the location that you were born, right? So we're always going to go back to the beginning. So that's going to be key. So that's a little snippet of what's coming up. I'll give you another one for the third week, we're going to be talking about magic and accepting the current state and how that's very important. So let's say that you are in Paris and you want to go to Lyon, which is south of Paris, and you're calling an Uber driver, and he's not coming to you, he's not arriving, and you're getting very, very frustrated. You've been waiting for a long time and he doesn't arrive. Why isn't he arriving? You're checking the location, everything's fine, he's not coming to you. Well, the Uber driver can't come and pick you up and take you to your destination if in reality you're in New York. You're across the Atlantic Ocean. Do you see what I'm saying? So sometimes and another example would be like you want a specific type of relation, a specific type of person that you're looking to attract, but it never hasn't arrived because in reality you're attracting someone that is more at the level that you're at right now. So really coming into truthfulness with ourselves. So we'll do some exercises for that. So for this 6-week course, I'm offering it. It's everything's going to be on video, and it's going to be on webinars where I walk you through all the courses. And I've been to so many different trainings, and I met with so many different shamans and beautiful teachers, and just been to 50 plus different countries throughout the world, just really educating myself and raising my vibration, and I'm sharing everything that I've learned with you. So I created this beautiful 6-week program that in reality its price is over $200, but given the situation that we're in right now, I'm offering it for only $33.33, and I'll put the link below. You're gonna love it. And for the first 3 people that buy it, I'm offering a live one-on-one 45-minute, and we can talk about your current situation and where you are right now, especially if you're going through something very heavy that's emotional. We can create, or we can do a meditation or a breath work or a kriya or yoga exercise that are specific to how is it that you're feeling, or where is it that you're feeling the pain. I'm also a Reiki distance healer, so I'm offering that to you. You're getting a private 45-minute session with me, and you can tailor something for you as well, and maybe do like a 40-day program for you within that time. So wanted to bring that to you. So look at the link below. If you'd like to have a one-on-one with me, I'm offering an 8-week course as well. So this is definitely this is where you take more accountability for yourself. You're really going deep. You want someone to mentor you. You're starting to surround yourself with more positive vibes, for more positive reinforcements, and we are doing the exercises together, that's why it's so important, because sometimes even if we buy something, we say we're going to do it, but if we don't have the discipline, then what happens? And we say tomorrow, and everything is happening right now, and that's how you're creating your future, correct? So I'm offering that, and then by the end of the year, we're still looking whether it's in December or January. There's a retreat coming up in Bali. It's going to be amazing. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be by the beach. There's going to be amazing vegetarian and vegan food. Everything is fresh. If you've never been to Bali, it's such a magical place. This is when we connect with the mother, and that's what we're looking to do. We want to connect with mother, and it's going to be focused on just women, to be able to create circles of women gathering, to be able to create sacred space for everyone to be able to share their voice, and really see how a lot of us are going through very, very similar stories in our lives. We're going to be doing rituals as well, or exercises on how to be able to cut energetic cords. So we're going to be doing womb healing, energetic cord cutting with you. There's going to be a lot of dancing, a lot of dance to manifest, really learning about the chakras, and also the opportunity for you if you're looking to become a Reiki practitioner. We'll be offering Reiki 1 and Reiki 2 courses during this webinar. I'm going to make sure that we find a Balinese healer where we take you to their community and for you to see all the different practice, because shamanism exists everywhere in the world. It's the people that are the natives and that are connected with the land. And all the shamans from all over the world work with the different elements, and they have their own unique way of guiding you and giving you grace. So we'll do that, and also waterfalls. So there's so much more to come. But please, if you haven't already done so, I created this amazing magnetism map where we talk about the polarities that exist within us, the masculine energy, the feminine energy. There are 2 more that I want you to discover for yourself once you look at this magnetism map, and just follow up and let me know. But how we bring all these 4 polarities, bring them into balance, see where we are with each one of them, for us to be able to really manifest and really live a life of our true deepest desires. Because first we need to get to our true deepest desires. Sometimes we don't really know what we want, or why is that we want what we want right now. So take a look at the magnetism map. You're going to love it. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. If you have any questions, I'm here for you. Take care. Bye.